Welcome to Cross Culture New Mexico. We have this special feature on Purim. We're going to be talking about the Feast of Purim, or the Feast of Lots, and the historical background of that. The Feast of Purim literally means lots. It took place initially in 450 before Christ in the land of Persia, which is today modern-day Iran. And of course, we have King Artaxerxes and Queen Esther, Haman, one of the main players in the story. And we're going to start with the scripture where the scriptures say Haman was filled with rage at such insubordination he desired to do away with all the Jewish people in Persia, according to Esther chapter 3. Haman devised an evil way to set the exact time of extermination, an early version of Hitler's final solution. Cast the lot, pour, in Hebrew, to set the date to destroy, kill, and annihilate all the Jews, young and old, women and little children, on a single day, the 13th day of the 12th month, the month of Adar, and to plunder their goods. Esther chapter 3, verse 13. So Esther, a beautiful young Jewish girl, married to King Artaxerxes. Even though Esther had reached the pinnacle of Persian society, her uncle Mordecai had some powerful words to challenge her in this situation. Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to royal position for such a time as this. Esther chapter 4, verses 13 and 14. Now the pressure's on. The very day appointed for destruction was the 13th of Adar, which is coming up in March this year, 2016. Became a day of deliverance and great joy for the Jewish community as they successfully repelled the attacks of their enemies. Such is the history of the Feast of Purim, as recorded near the end of the scroll of Esther. Mordecai recorded these events, and he sent letters to all the Jews throughout the provinces of King Xerxes, or Artaxerxes, near and far, to have them celebrate annually the 14th and 15th days of the month of Adar as the time when the Jews got relief from their enemies, and as the month when their sorrow was turned into joy and their mourning into a day of celebration. He wrote them to observe the days as days of feasting and joy, and giving presents of food to one another and gifts to the poor. Therefore, these days were called Purim, from the word pur, or lot. Esther chapter 9, verses 20 to 22 and 26. Now, the God of Israel had proven himself faithful to his promises to watch over Israel once again, according to Genesis 12, verse 3, and that is something to celebrate. Next time we'll cover the traditional Jewish observance of Purim. Be sure to check out our website, crossculturenm.weebly.com. Follow us on Twitter and connect with us on LinkedIn, and be sure to sign up, subscribe to this YouTube page.